여자친구야 어쩜 뭐 할까 baby 내 여자친구야 hey 여자친구야 넌 나의 happy I can make you happy We can get crazy anytime 언제든지 text me 어쩌든지 연락해줘 보고 싶었지?
Hello my lovely Vanders and welcome back to a brand new vlog. Today I will be taking you guys with me to Seoul, South Korea. I cannot believe that I'm going there again. If you've seen my previous Seoul videos, then you know how much I love South Korea. And I have two really close friends that live there, Elle and June. My other friend Micah, who is actually Dutch and she lives in the Netherlands as well, is also in Seoul, and the last time I saw her was in Seoul last September. So yeah, lots of people that I know are currently there. I have a lot of exciting things planned already. Lots of brands collaborations, fun activities. I will be staying in a traditional Hanok building, but first in a hotel in Ikseon Dong. And yeah, it's just going to be an amazing journey. So if you haven't already, then please subscribe to follow along. And yeah, I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Let the Seoul adventure begin. So delicious. I needed this because somehow it is so hot here on the airport. I mean, it's super cold outside, so that's why probably they put the heaters on, but it's just I'm sweating, guys. But anyways, the people here at Seoul Airport are always so friendly, especially in this area, this international area, because I went to the Louis Vuitton store first. You guys saw the images already. I've inserted them here before, but I went to Louis Vuitton and the guy who was helping me was so nice. And he complimented me on my hair, and then I went to Gucci and the girl complimented me as well, and then I just went to Joe and the Juice, and then this Vietnamese guy was like, oh, your money pieces, they turned out so well, how did you get them done? And I'm like, well, actually I did it myself. Me and my mom did it just in my bathroom, and then I touched them up myself. And he's like, no way, how did you get them so blonde? Then the guy proceeded to tell that he also wanted to dye his hair, but that it's almost impossible for him to bleach because he has pitch black hair and he wants it so badly, but everybody that he speaks to, it turns out orange. Sometimes I think, oh, I want to get rid of them because I'm bored of them, but then you guys in the comments always tell me, no, it's amazing, you look like Rogue. Yeah, that was not the inspiration, by the way, Rogue, but it is fun when people say, oh, you look like her, and yeah, just compliment me on how I achieved this. It was a long journey. I don't know if you guys remember in the beginning of this year it looks quite yellow, but yeah. Now I also got a spicy tuna. By the way, this is always my standard order. This is a matcha iced with vanilla and coconut milk. And now let's eat my spicy tuna. 12-hour flight later, so if I look a little rough, then that's why. But I am really happy because I just arrived in the May hotel, and as some of you guys might know, I stayed here before multiple times actually, and especially after a long flight like this, I love familiarity. I just love entering a hotel and knowing exactly where to go, what to expect. But this is a different room than any other room that I stayed in before, and I actually think this might be one of the prettiest ones because look at this. Okay, obviously the beautiful bed, but the bathroom looks so good with that giant bathtub, and I love the marble. That's also one of the reasons why I love this hotel so much, because it has so many marble details everywhere in all types of rooms. But yeah, like I said, this is the first time that I'm staying on the second floor and the first time in this specific room type. So here we got the shower, rain shower, and nice products right there. And then the toilet. This is one of those fancy toilets, which is interesting. The window is already open. They put it open for some fresh air, which I like because usually this hotel gets really hot. I'm only staying here for one night, so it doesn't matter that there's no real closet area because I can just hang some clothes here. That's fine. There is a fridge right there. This is one of my favorite Korean coffees. It's instant coffee, but I love it so much. And then this is very Korean, guys. So this is where you enter, and then there's a little hallway where you put your suitcase and of course your boots or shoes or whatever you're wearing, because they don't want you to enter with shoes on, and they even put slippers there for you to wear. I am obsessed with this lamp. I flew at home right away, so now let's get some dinner because I'm feeling very hungry. I want to go to the favorite of Ikseon Dong. That's what the restaurant is called. It's super popular, and I really hope that they have a spot available for me because it's always really busy. But they have a really spicy pasta dish, and I've been wanting to try it for such a long time. So let's go, let's head outside right away. So I'm here, guys. I arrived at the restaurant, and there's actually a queue, as you can see, which is pretty common here in Korea. And they have this waiting list system, so you just sign up through the QR code on catch table, and it's fully packed inside. That's how popular it is. That's why it's called the favorite of Ikandong. And I just went inside because, as you guys can see, there's only like 2 people or more, but the lady that was working there was so extremely sweet, and she reassured me that there would be a table available for me even though I'm all by myself. And this is actually great because I'm 3rd in line, so not too long of a wait. I was really afraid when I saw this queue, but luckily it's not too bad. But that gives us some time to explore this area. So this is Ikseon Dong, known for its little alleyways. And if you've watched my previous Korea vlogs, then you know that I've stayed here before. Look how cute it is. I love this area so much. And they have a Hello Kitty here. They always have the cutest stalls with jewelry as well, and plushies, bags. And here you can see the prices. So these are 25,000 won. Hair accessories.
끝없이 you there?
좋아.
난 알아. 생각해. 난 너를 생각해. 끝없이.
Okay, my lovelies, I'm home, or well, home. I'm in the hotel room again, and yeah. I don't want to say that that was a fail, because it was not. I really enjoyed the pancakes, and going to Flippers was also on my bucket list, or actually it was on my to-do list, because as you know, if you've been following my vlogs, I always schedule my travels when I'm traveling solo. When I'm traveling with somebody else, obviously, like with my mom, the plan is more free, but when I'm all alone, all by myself, I like to stick to a schedule, and they're always pretty tight, especially when I'm in Seoul, because I have so many brands to visit, so many people to see. So yeah, it's always a lot of running around. I love that. That's what a city trip is all about, right? So I arrived there and they put me on the waiting list. They said I could wait, so I waited there for a little bit, and then unfortunately they didn't have a spot. I mean, I'm all alone, and that's kind of a disadvantage of solo traveling, because eating out in restaurants is a little bit more difficult. So they prioritized a group of people instead of me, which, you know, understandable, but it was a bit of a bummer. And then I tried some other places, but the only place that still served food was Flippers. So I went there and it was really good. I also walked past a perfume shop and they gave out these flowers. They're so beautiful and they're scented. Oh, it smells so divine. So tomorrow I have another busy day ahead of me. I'm meeting up with my friend June and I'm going to her office, so that is really nice. I have to check out of here and check into my Hanok, which is so exciting. And June invited me to an event, so that's also really exciting. On Saturday, I installed my eSIM before I left the house, actually, in the Netherlands. And then it's always kind of well, I get really anxious, maybe some of you don't, but I always get really anxious, like what if my eSIM doesn't work, because you have to finalize the installation once you arrive at your destination. And so yeah, it's always a little bit nerve-wracking for me, because, you know, I have a driver waiting for me that I need to contact. I need to use Naver Maps, even though I kind of know this area, but you know, not that good that I can survive without maps. So luckily when I was in the plane and we had already landed, it already connected. So grateful. And then I talked to June for a little bit and she told me about this event. I already had scheduled an appointment with Color Lab. That is where I was supposed to go this weekend, but they're now hosting a grand opening of a new location. So instead of going to their old one, I'm going with June to the opening event, and it's so exciting. I have so many amazing plans. So yeah, I'm now just gonna sleep because yeah, busy schedule ahead. I hope you guys enjoyed flying to Seoul with me. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to stay up to date with everything that I'm going to do, all the things that I just mentioned and much more. Can't wait to experience it all with you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you all loads. Bye bye. Good night.